My wife looked at me and said, "I need space." And like an idiot, I gave it to her. But what I found when I came back destroyed everything I thought I knew. I always believed that when someone asks for space, it means they're trying to fix something, not escape it. That's what I told myself the day my wife looked me in the eyes and said she needed time away from me. "We just need a little space," she said softly. No anger, no emotion, just distance. And somehow, that hurt more than anything. We had been married for 6 years. 6 years of shared routines, quiet nights, long conversations, and plans for a future we both claimed we wanted. We weren't perfect, but we weren't broken either. At least, not in any way I could see. But clearly, she saw something I didn't. "I think it'll help us," she added. "Just a few days, maybe a week." A week. That's all it took to put distance between us. I wanted to ask questions. I wanted to understand what had changed. But when someone you love looks at you like they've already made up their mind, you don't argue. You just accept it. So I nodded, I packed a small bag, and I left. At first, I tried to stay positive. Maybe she was right. Maybe this would help us reset. Maybe we just needed time to breathe. The first day passed quietly. She didn't call, didn't text. I told myself she needed space, so I gave it to her. The second day felt heavier. I checked my phone more than I should have. Still nothing. No, "I miss you." No, "How are you?" Just silence. And silence has a way of saying things words never could. By the third day, something didn't feel right anymore. It wasn't just distance. It felt like absence, like I wasn't part of her life anymore. And that's when the doubt started creeping in. Small at first, then louder, then impossible to ignore. I tried calling her. No answer. I sent a message. She replied hours later. "I'm just with a friend. Talk later." A friend. Something about that word didn't sit right with me because it sounded too simple, too easy, like it was hiding something bigger. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept replaying everything. Her tone, her eyes, the way she said, "space." And for the first time, I questioned it. What if this wasn't about space? What if it was about something else? Something she didn't want me to see? By the fourth day, I couldn't take it anymore. I needed answers, not guesses, not assumptions, the truth. So I made a decision. I went back home. I didn't tell her, didn't call. I just drove. The entire way there, my heart was racing. Part of me hoped I was wrong, that I'd walk in and everything would be normal, that she'd be alone, that we'd talk, fix things. But another part of me already knew. I pulled into the driveway. The lights were on. That was the first sign, because she told me she wouldn't be home. She was staying at her friend's place. That's what she said. But the house didn't look empty. I stepped out of the car, and that's when I heard it. Laughter. From inside. Not just hers. A man's voice. Clear, comfortable, like he belonged there. My chest tightened. Every instinct in my body told me to leave, to turn around, to pretend I never heard it. But I couldn't, because deep down, I needed to see it. I walked to the door. My hand hesitated on the handle. And then, I opened it. The smell hit me first. Wine. Food. A normal evening. Too normal. Like nothing was wrong. I stepped inside. Slowly. Quietly. And then I saw them. In the living room, she was sitting on the couch, laughing, relaxed, happy, happier than I had seen her in months. And next to her was a man, holding a glass of wine, leaning back like he owned the place, my place. For a moment, everything went silent. Even the sound of my own breathing disappeared, because my mind was trying to catch up to what my eyes were seeing. And then she noticed me. Her smile vanished instantly. Her entire body froze, like she had just seen a ghost. "What "What are you doing here?" she asked, her voice shaking, not from guilt, from being caught. I didn't answer. I just looked at her, then at him, then back at her. And in that moment, I understood everything. "This is your space?" I asked quietly. She didn't respond, because she couldn't. The truth was already standing right in front of me. The man stood up, looking uncomfortable. "Hey man, I didn't know." "Sit down," I said. My voice was calm, too calm, because inside, something had already broken. Not loudly, not violently, just completely. "How long?" I asked. She hesitated, looked at him, then back at me. "3 months," she whispered. 3 months, while I was sleeping next to her, while I was building a future with her. She was building something else, with someone else, behind my back. And suddenly, everything made sense. The distance, the coldness, the late nights, the space. It wasn't about fixing us, it was about replacing me. And I walked right into it. I gave her exactly what she needed. Time, freedom, opportunity to live a life without me. And that realization hurt more than anything else. I looked around the room, my house, my life. Everything felt unfamiliar, like I didn't belong there anymore, like I was just a guest in a story that used to be mine. I let out a small laugh. Not because it was funny, but because I didn't know what else to do. 6 years, gone, just like that. No warning, no honesty, just lies, carefully hidden behind the word space. I looked at her one last time, and for the first time, I didn't feel love. I didn't feel anger either. I felt clarity. "You can have the house tonight," I said. She looked confused. "What?" "I'm done." That was it. No shouting, no scene. Because some things don't need noise. They just need truth. I grabbed my keys, turned around, and walked out. She called my name, tried to stop me, but I didn't look back, because there was nothing left to see. A week later, I filed for divorce. No hesitation, no second thoughts, because the moment I saw her with him, everything was already over. She tried reaching out, calls, messages, apologies, explanations, but none of it mattered anymore, because trust, once broken like that, doesn't come back. 6 months later, I can finally say this: giving her space was the best decision I ever made, because it didn't just show me who she was, it showed me who I needed to stop being. And sometimes, the hardest truth is the one that finally sets you free.